This is the end of 2021. I'm extremely grateful for that factor because 2021 has been an effing year for me, and I'm really done with it. And the ultimate insult is on the last day, our beloved Betty White even has passed. So not only has the love of my life, Alexander, gone, our icon that everybody adored so much, Betty White, passed. But today is the end of 2021. This is the year that my world ended totally. I mean, completely. I have no idea who I am, who I'll become. For 38 years, I was this man's wife. This man over here, my honey, for 38 years was my husband, and I am being told I am no longer a wife. I am a widow. I am no longer married. I am single. And some of this comes from the pseudo-Christian people that say you're not married once you're dead. That's bull. That's pure bull. I don't care what your religious beliefs are. I married my husband. Our vows said now and forever. And that's how it's going to stay, now and forever. And I love him. I will always love him. But I have to say, 2021 started out bad. I had kind of a cold and whatever. And then January 6th, of course, we had all of our wonderful terrorists who attacked our Capitol, who killed, police officers and security and whatever, and all based on lies. Another big lie, which has been part of the problem in this country. Turned out I ended up having pneumonia and COVID in January. But I also lost friends of 50 plus years because of the political situation, and I really don't have a way to fix that because I just can't believe anybody would think that a political situation would warrant attacking our Capitol. So that's another thing I've been mourning. I had a stroke on January 6th because of the shock of what they did to our country. And then I tried to heal. We went and got our shots in March and April on St. Patty's Day, and then again in April. We managed to find two beautiful little ladies that needed to be rehomed because of their mother had passed, and they were 10, and we had lost our little girls the year before with during the COVID thing and couldn't get to the vets. So we thought things were doing good, and then June 29th happened, and this beautiful soul who became this marvelous man was killed. And he was killed in an auto accident by a young uninsured motorist who just didn't know, he didn't really pay attention. And as a result, I no longer have my living husband, which after 38 years, that's my identity. It's been part of a partner. I mean, we were partners. We were not the kind of people that, oh, well, I'll see you one day whenever. We actually were together 24/7 for over 20 years. So we were like, my husband Al used to tell people, we're so close that if one of us gets pinched, the other one says, ouch, so it was not easy. And then the night they came to tell me, I was on oxygen already because I was having trouble breathing. And I had a stroke the night I had to go to the hospital. And then they released me. Well, they didn't admit me. They just brought me to see my husband's body. And then when I got home, I had a friend that brought me home. And then I had my sissy. She flew in from California and stayed with me for 2.5 weeks. But I had a lot of problems because people who thought they were going to be able to help with the COVID situation and my immune system being so bad, they couldn't come and help. I mean, I was isolated from being ill with the strokes and all that. And then on top of it, COVID, and I didn't want it again. I'd had it in what I thought was the only time, was in January, and I had been terribly sick with it. And so, I mean, there were a few people that really tried to help me. I mean, I give them, I mean, Claudia, Mickey, and Michelle were absolutely godsend. They are the ones that brought me home from the hospital. I mean, I was taken to the hospital in an ambulance, but then once I signed the papers for my husband's body, um, they left me there. So, but they saved my life by bringing me home, and then they stayed with me until Lynn could get here from up north for a couple days, and then Letha could come in and help me. And I have to say, this has been a strange way to try to cope with it, because we already had become fairly isolated because of the COVID. So a lot of people that we'd seen before and been out about, and then losing friends due to the political and the religious situation. I mean, I've had so many people tell me, oh, he's in a better place. Fuck that. I mean, F that. Totally, totally, totally. The better place is in my house with me. It has nothing to do with some entity that people believe in. And my theory is, if you think it's he's in a better place because of the person that you believe in, then that's an evil person. How do you tell people that kind of stuff? And then when I'm told, oh, you're a widow, you're not a wife, you're not married, you're single. And by the way, when you become single, they raise your car insurance rates by 25%. They raise my homeowner's insurance rates by 25%, because now I fall in the single brackets. My word, go ahead and hit me in the heart with my husband his body being gone. I mean, his soul and his spirit is all over the place. But anyway, so 2021, I can honestly say, is the worst year of my life. And I've had a few bad situations happen. In fact, Social Security screwed me over because they're saying I wasn't married to him, even though I had a marriage license for 38 years. And then the death certificate came in, and Oakland County screwed that up. Oakland County screwed up our marriage license 38 years ago. And then they screwed up the death certificate. So they said, well, he's not dead. And I go, well, then how did you take the money out of our bank? So this is part of the reason I say there has been some bad years in my life, but this is the worst. So they made me indigent. I mean, I wouldn't have had any money if people had not been kind enough to give me some money just to get through. And then I didn't get a check until November. Al was killed in June. And then they screwed it up. And so they took it back. So in December I was supposed to get one. Guess what? They screwed it up again. So I am going to be so grateful for this year to be over with. And I mean, it's like, it was 6 months on the 29th of December that my sweetheart was taken from me. And not by choice. And, it's really been a year that you don't want to repeat ever, ever, ever. And I hope nobody has to repeat this year. I've lost people I've known. In fact, I just had a YouTube person pass that I knew. Well, I actually had two, because there was another one she'd passed about a month or so ago. And it was like, wow, it just never ends, it seems like. So I'm only hoping that everybody gets out of the rest of this year, which is only a few hours. Oh, please, just a few hours. And I hope they all get out of this year with some success, because I don't want to have any more bad news. I don't have many more hours left, so this is it. Please. And I don't care if anybody is upset because I'm not a believer in your religious belief, because I think everybody has an entitlement to their belief, but don't shove it down my throat. So don't tell me, oh, but blah, 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 blah. No, I know what I know. And considering I've been in the morgue already, so I've been dead, I honestly think I know a little more than some of the other people. And I don't get paid money by people who are believing what I say. So, I'm sorry, folks, but this is how my life is. This is who I am. This is my husband. This is my husband. I mean, I don't know about other people, but I believe he was my hero. And I want him back, but I know that's not possible. But I'm hoping for 2022 to get myself out of here, to get the problems resolved so that my husband will feel better, that I can do things that he knows I love to do and he loved me to do. I hope everybody has a year much better in 2022. I usually like the way you can say 2022, so I'm hoping that helps. And God, I'm telling you, rest in peace, sweet Betty White, and rest in peace, my Alexander. This is my sweetheart. Rest in peace, my sweetheart. There's nobody who can replace you. And I wouldn't let them anyway. Bye.